Hey, it's Danny Walsh from Carp Global in Preston, and in this video I want to talk to you real quick about some awesome products from the mighty Rig Marole. And if you know anything about Rig Marole, these guys have been around for quite a while now. If you know anything about Rig Marole, then you know just how awesome the products actually are. And in front of you, you have a selection of my favorite items, which I have been using now for quite some time, and I've seen a notable improvement in my catch rate. So I want to show you some of these innovative items. These guys, their strapline is "We innovate," right? And this is very important because a lot of carp fishing stuff is the same old stuff from the same old factories, just put in different packets with different names on, right? I love things that are innovative, and there's some products in front of you here that if you actually try these products, you are going to see an improvement in your catch rate and increase your confidence when it comes to your carp fishing. So I'm going to run through a few of these things on the camera for you right now to give you a feel. But to be fair, the only way you're really going to get to feel these things, or really going to get to see how impactful they are, is to grab some components and put them together on your rigs and use these things in your angling, and you will see a difference, right? So some of this stuff is like no-brainer. It's so like obvious that once you see it, you will have to use it. And one of my favorites, the thing that stood out to me before anything else, is this stuff. Freefall micro braided rig tubing, right? It's lead-free, which obviously we're not polluting the environment, we're not causing any problems with lead. It's heavy tubing, but it's braided, right? So straight away, you think about a venue where you're not allowed to use leaders, right? And the only other alternative is to use rig tubing. As you can see, this stuff, and I've got a piece here in my hands, this stuff is amazing. I don't know if you guys can see, even do it justice on the camera, but this is almost like a spring inside of this tubing. The outer core is just like sort of lead core, or like a typical leader, what you guys might be used to using. I don't know if it's going to focus in on there, but can you see the braided, super smooth camouflage pattern? Now, you can't cut this tubing, it's sort of sealed at each end, and all I do to camouflage these little white, clear plastic bits is just colour them in with a marker pen. And, of course, if you do want to break up the camouflage of the braid a little bit further of the tubing, you can sort of colour it in at intervals with like a black marker to break it up. And there's 3 different colours. There's brown, there's this green one, and there's a sandy colour. Fantastic. And when you get it in your hands, you'll see just how heavy it is and how flat this will actually lie on the bottom. But of course, being tubing, you guys are getting around that problem of like no leaders. So if you can't use leaders, but you can use tubing, why not use tubing that is basically the same as a leader? It will lie flat. It's made out of similar material. It's not lead core. It's not a leader. It's tubing, but it's super heavy. It's braided. It's fish friendly, and I've been using it for a while now, and I've seen an increase in my catch rate. So that is one of my favourite Rig Marole products. Really innovative, super cool, and something that you guys will love. It's available in 3 colours and 2 sizes. You can get it in 1 metre length or 600 millimetre lengths, which is the one I'm showing you here. You actually get 5 of the lengths, 5 times 600 millimetre lengths in the packet. It's dead easy to use. It threads better than any tubing I've ever used on the market, and obviously it's like a hybrid between rig tubing and a leader. So it's something real special, something that you will get an advantage out of using, and something that should be in every single tackle box. And for the money, it is an edge for any angler, right? So that's the braided rig tubing. Fantastic, I love it, and it's available from Carp Global right now. Click the link below the video. You'll see a bunch of options from Rig Marole, and if you need us to do you a super duper deal that you won't get anywhere else, just give us a call on 01772 379 320. All the details are below the video. So if you can use leaders, then I recommend the Rig Marole LinkTeq leaders. These are my go-to starting point on any venue where leaders are allowed. And you really need to feel this stuff to get the idea of how heavy it is. It's so heavy, you can immediately feel it in your hands when you grab hold of it. And I don't know the easiest way to sort of demo this. If I get a pen here just on the paper in front of us, if you see how that sort of lies across the contours, you imagine that this is sort of under the lake where you're casting, or the riverbed or wherever. You'll see how the LinkTeq leader will actually hug the contours of the bottom of the venue, right? And that's so important for keeping your end tackle pinned down. So you can see here, just by dropping the leader over a couple of features, that it actually takes the shape of the bottom of the lake. So this could be a piece of wood, or some rocks or mud or whatever it is. As long as you're not fishing super tight, you pull that super tight, it's not going to contour over anything. If you fish this on a slacker line, you can allow this to take up the contours of the bottom of the lake, and that's so important when it comes to camouflaging your end tackle. So the way that you use these things is dead simple. There's a loop in one end, and that can just be tied to the main line with a Palomar knot, which is the strongest knot you could ever tie, and one of only 2 knots that you need to know for carp fishing, right? So you tie that end to your main line with a Palomar knot, and then what I do is normally put a bit of putty around that knot just to help sink this end of the leader, not like it needs it, but I do, and that will also tidy up the knot and just keep everything sort of the little end of the knot, keep that hidden as well. So camouflaging all that stuff, but it's just a Palomar knot, dead easy to attach. At the business end, you'll see that there's a quick change swivel. You see that there on the paper, and there's different ways that you can fish this, right? So you could use that as the bottom and clip your lead on there for a helicopter or a chod rig approach, or indeed you could use a lead clip system on your leader. And a lead clip system, in my opinion, again, you can't get better than Rig Marole. And these are Freefall lead clips, and these are super cool, right? Not to mention, they're actually metal, and this system is amazing. So can you see, unlike normal lead clips, if I can just zoom in here, these guys have actually got a slit inside them, and what will happen is if you get stuck, the entire lead clip will jettison. Now, I keep saying leads. Personally, I don't like dropping lead. I prefer to drop like a weight, like a Palatrax stone, or one of our new bio weights, right, guys? So there's different options. If you're not wanting to drop the weight, drop lead, you still need a weight, right, for fishing. But this makes sure that everything will jettison should it get caught in the weed. And these are super easy to attach because they've got the little slit in the back, and they're made out of metal. You just slide them on there, you just pull the swivel into that, and then down the other end you would run your tail rubber, which would secure everything. The moment this gets snagged, the entire thing drops off. But not only the fact that it's free fall and it will fall off, the fact that it's metal means that it sinks to the bottom faster and won't sit up in the water like plastic clips may do if they get water inside them, right? Or air inside them, rather. So you've got an advantage, again, from Rig Marole just by using the lead clip. And there are matching tail rubbers to go with these as well. I've not brought these out, got them on the shelf, but the lead clip is amazing. It will completely jettison from your leader, leaving you just the fish on the end. And obviously the quick change swivel allows you to quickly change your rig, no problem at all. So we've got these innovative designed products that are taking fishing to a whole new level, and if you guys are not using them, you are leaving fish in the water, and they should really be in your net. Does that make sense? So Rig Marole is a winning formula. Use their clips, use their leaders, use the braided tubing if you can't use the leaders. You've got systems here that are fish safe. They will pin the tackle down to the bottom of the lake and will give you a notable advantage over what you're doing now. Another innovative product might seem dead simple, right? You know when you're doing a snowman rig? Well, these are 18mm sort of bait screws, bore rings, whichever you want to describe them, which means you can get a pop-up and the bottom bait on one bait screw, and then you're not worried about baiting needles and messing around. You just screw both boilies on, and it will make either a double bait or the perfect snowman rig right there on the rig ring, which is like on the bait screw, which is like super cool. We call them bore rings, and again, innovation at its finest. It's like everybody just wants a bait screw that will fit one bait on. Some people want bait screws that will fit bigger baits or double baits or snowmans on, and Rig Marole are, in as far as I know, the only company to do this. So again, can you see how the advantages are coming together here when you start using Rig Marole products? Personally, I don't use any other products now, and that's not just for the sake of showing you and selling this stuff. This is honest truth that like 99% of my fishing is using Rig Marole products now. The leaders, the Freefall leg clips, the tail rubbers, and then my go-to, which is the amazing, like this product is so innovative, it's unbelievable. The amazing Hydrolink, which comes in different colours, different breaking strains. This is a 25-pound version. But here's the thing, right? I just need to grab this rig. Some of you guys might have seen my CVR multi-rig training. This is the rig I did in the training. Loads of people have had hold of this now, so it's not the best, but I am going to demonstrate how this Hydrolink works. This is tied with Rig Marole's Hydrolink, right? And it's a Gardner CVR hook. You can check out, there's a link below the video if you want to get all this stuff for free. The hook and the screw and the shot and the Hydrolink, right, to test this stuff out. You can get all that, just pay my shipping. That's all available on the website right now and the link below. But if you look here, when you bend the Hydrolink round, can you see how you can expose the inner fluorocarbon core, right? So this is totally something that you don't find in any conventional braids. This is fluorocarbon inside of a braid coating. And what you can do is expose this, cut that, and then create the perfect hinges for your rigs. And Hydrolink fluorocarbon inside braid has never been done by anybody else before. The fact that there's fluorocarbon inside makes it steam straight, and with that little bit of innovation where you can actually poke the fluorocarbon through the braid and then cut this stuff with the scissors, making these perfect little hinges, means that you've got an edge unlike anything that I've ever seen before. And these products will give you that edge in your venue, in your chosen venue, whether it's the leg clips, the leaders, the tubing, whether it's some of the other products like Skinful. There's mainline and different things as well. And as I showed you at the beginning, these guys have got the full range with the clothing and all the rest of it. And we are proud to say that we stock all this stuff at Carp Global. I hope that that's given you some insight into these products. But like I said at the beginning, the only way you can really see for yourself is by taking that leap of faith, trusting what you've just seen. Click one of the links below the video and you'll be taken to our shop. You'll be able to grab yourself a bundle of these products, or just get the free sample for the CVR rig to try it in person. So you get the shrink tubing, you get the bait screw, you get the hook, you get the shot, you get the Hydrolink, and you can make one of those rigs plus a video to teach you. All of that information is below. Click on the link right now. You'll see what I'm talking about, and hopefully this will help you to achieve your fishing goals this year and beyond. It's Danny Walsh from Carp Global in Preston. I will see you on the next video. Bye-bye.